NFL is underway. Touchdown, Detroit! He returns the kick 88 yards to the house. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. You talk about this Lions defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game. Stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time. Made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week. That pressure on the QB is key. On second down, it's Pollard. Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
The Cowboys at 7-5 now in the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And Pollard going to pick up a Cowboys first down as he'll get this down to the 23. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And able to work his way down to 16. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brought you.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Here's Prescott. And he's got it. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll run forward with Pollard, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. An early decision point here, Charles, maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on fourth and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And they're on the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Cowboy defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
7-7, our score after one. Second quarter, as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Throwing now is Lance. His throw complete, right side to the tight end, Parham.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Takes it to about the 37.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Prescott. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Another run for Gibbs here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what you want to see from the defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here we go, 46.
Fourth down, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch out now, 50 series.
And Lance going to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. Shakes off the side. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Prescott now. Jones has it. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down throw for Prescott. He completes it to Jones. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. They'll throw again. Prescott. And under the Lions pressure. He's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Here's Pollard again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? The Cowboys will go. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And brought down by Zach Harrison. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd down, Pollard again. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. This complete to Jones. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They're trying to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Lance now on first down. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5.
At the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
Throw left side, going to be caught by Shenault. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down with Detroit.
This out quickly to Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
To Jameson Williams. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cowboys' 11-yard line.
10 cycles.
In motion right, that's Claypool. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And they're going to speed things up here.
First and goal, Detroit.
Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17. Cowboys 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. He needed 5, he got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Prescott from the gun. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
Prescott now from the 50. Complete to Jones. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 3rd and 4 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Cowboys! Luke Schoonmaker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Aubrey good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead back. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here first. 30-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
But how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Jackrabbit! Jackrabbit!
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First down, Lions.
22 meters. Guard ready.
Here's Lance. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Striker, 3-3.
The slot man in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And it's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. What a chance they just took. A huge chance. They go for it on 4th down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I think any normal person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Ready?
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. They'll pitch it out to Gibbs here. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Extra point forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Lions 24, Cowboys 14.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover